Do. And we're live.
Are we?
Welcome into
Apparently.
it is January 13th, 2020, because apparently you can't just put 20 on shit. You got to put 2020.
No, because
you
fucking
can't.
counterfeiters will get you.
It's 2020. No, I'm just kidding. I don't know.
It's 2020.
It really like you looked at me just now with the side eye.
For me? I probably did.
Yeah.
All right, hold on. I'm trying to get the thing straight here. All right, and I know asking, are these dudes really going live during the national championship game between LSU?
Ain't nobody watching us. They'll catch us tomorrow.
You got damn right we
I
are.
was about to say. I know I am, because this tells me I ain't got to pay attention to it.
South Carolina Student Loan Corporation.
Yeah, them too. But this is a USC ring for anybody who doesn't know.
We don't.
But yeah, we are. And if you are watching, or if you're not watching and you wanted to know the score right now, is 17 Clemson, LSU 21. Clemson is trying to keep up with these guys, but it's not looking.
Don't.
Sorry, Marcus.
Don't jinx it. And LSU is currently driving.
Yeah. So this is the big thing that's happening right now in South Carolina. So anybody that is not of this area, Sonora, I know you're in Canada.
Oh, Canada.
So you probably don't watch the footballs like the Americans
They watch
do.
soccer.
Hey, man, chill out. They got the CFL.
But
Big
anyway,
ass
things going on. We're gonna brush over some things real quick just to get into the mood. Let's see. First thing we just kind of want to brush over. Our buddy
who
dropped out of the presidential running. Mr. Booker. Apparently, the kitchen was too hot.
Whoa, that's racist.
What?
I don't know.
What is causing that racist?
What the fuck?
Niggas in the kitchen.
Did he say why he was leaving? Now they're
He
saying
said it was too hot in the kitchen because
I missed it. I don't know why.
Took off.
You know, Brian good for some racist comments.
Yeah, speaking on that, when I was at the gym, I saw a white guy walking in with a Corey 2020 shirt. And I think he was trying to figure out what I was staring at him for. I was like, dang, that sucks.
Yeah.
Because I had to say, I stared at him so long, I had to say, hey.
I mean, I'll vote for him because he's dating Rosario, but I think that might be
It'll be all right, fam.
a ploy.
Hey, look at the screen. She knows nothing about the footballs. I dig her already.
Yeah, it's fine. But yeah, now they're saying I don't know what the difference is between saying he suspended his campaign.
Oh, he quit.
That means everybody used that line.
Everybody said
He's
he
done.
suspended their campaign.
I was about to say, old girl suspended her campaign, 2 months ago?
Yeah, that's right. She ain't
Detention
coming
is
back.
detention. So.
Yeah.
You stupid.
Yeah.
All right, so it seems like it's getting down to the nitty gritty. Everybody who wasn't real about it is kind of dropping out.
I don't
You know,
know.
they got
You really think he wasn't real about it though?
And I think he was trying to ride. He was riding on Obama's coattails. I think that's what he was going for. Like he was thinking he could pull that high road. Like, hey, look at me.
A lot has changed in 12 years.
Right.
Buddy. A lot has changed.
Yeah, it's like
People are more well aware of what's really going on
I
and
think-
how you finance your campaigns and whatnot too.
I think that's the truth. I don't think you can just be, wear a slick suit, be a minority, and have some charm. I don't think that's gonna be the way to go.
Hell no.
No, ma'am. No, that's not what we're saying.
Y'all prime minister don't even like that.
Hey, can we take Justin though? Can we take Justin? Can we take him? Justin Trudeau, 2020.
Y'all can have. Hey, we'll trade.
Yeah,
We'll
take
do the
Justin.
NAFTA shit. We'll do the NAFTA shit.
We'll take Justin in a second.
Right.
But go ahead. What were you saying?
No, man, I'm just saying like that ain't gonna fly no more. Like you can't you ain't gonna be able to just like smooth talk your way into the presidency anymore.
Mm-hmm.
That's not how this works. And I mean, so who we got left? Biden, Warren, Sanders, Yang, Buttigieg.
28-17 LSU. Sorry.
Yo, who do you think has a legit shot though?
Actually getting the nod or winning? There's two different questions.
Sanders has a heavy chance, but he's polarizing to the people who ain't into that.
I'm be honest
Somebody
with you.
got really upset with me when I said I'm worried about Sanders' health.
That's what I was going to say.
That's a legitimate thing to say. He just had a heart attack, right?
They said the same shit about who was the gentleman just died? The
Tom McCain
with his gorgeous hair. I see he growing a beard now. By the way, I said everybody doing that beard shit.
Who is?
Justin Trudeau. He's doing
it.
No, we're not talking about Ted Cruz with his terrible looking beard.
Fuck him.
Warren, I dig Warren. Warren's actually my favorite personally now, but I have ebbs and flows, so.
They're gonna hit her with that Native American thing.
I think so too.
They're gonna hit her hard with that.
She ain't gonna survive that shit.
She ain't gonna survive that. That's what I'm saying.
She ain't gonna survive that.
She's the next to drop out. I think Yang is gonna last longer than her. Yang, for some reason, Yang is sticking in this thing. Like he knows
the way he talks throws me off. Like it throws me off.
I hadn't even seen a sticker for Yang.
I tell you what,
really.
Gang gonna make presidents with Cory Booker as his fucking vice president.
What I was gonna say, what's Tulsi? Tulsi has freaking billboards all over the place.
She does, but only here.
Weird.
Have you noticed that too? I almost feel like she's funded by Republicans. It's just strange.
I was coming back down 95 and I saw when I saw it, and I was like, why
there's
here?
There's quite a few big ones in Columbia. And I'm like, what? You're not even polling high. So where's this money coming from?
She polling at 0.35%.
Thank you.
How's that work?
I'm baffled by that. I almost feel like she's in front.
I don't know, man.
Wow.
She's a Confederate, if you know what I mean. Not that Confederate.
We sleeping on the underdog.
Yeah, not that kind.
Who's the underdog?
The billionaire underdog.
Don't talk about
Mr. Stayer over here.
Oh my god,
man, Tom Steyer, whatever his name. Yeah, that boy got commercials out the blue.
Well,
he's trying to run the same kind of campaign Trump did.
Every time he run that, he wear that whack ass belt. I'd be like, I ain't voting for you.
I totally missed that.
Ex-president on his belt.
Look at his belt next time you see it.
He wearing a Gucci belt.
That ain't no fucking
like
Gucci.
at a hood club.
No, ain't no damn Gucci.
Man got a t-shirt tucked under his Gucci belt.
That shit's an arts and craft belt, man.
Oh wow.
He won't hesitate to tell you I'm richer than Trump.
Yeah.
Shit. How it's been going, we might be richer than Trump. All the lawsuits he got.
Shit. Hey, I don't know if any of y'all was watching the game. Not y'all, but I know y'all were watching it. But when Trump came out during the championship game, it did sound like that wasn't the audio that was playing while he was walking out there.
I saw you say that.
Yeah. Because at one point, it's like when he came out and did his thing, and then the lady was about to start singing. Just put the bottle right there in front of the camera, huh? And the lady was about to start singing the anthem. The audio changed. So it kind of sounded like they had a layer so they wouldn't play anybody booing him. You still drinking that same bottle?
No.
That's another bottle?
Yes.
Jesus Christ. I hope you're sharing that bottle with your
unanimously.
No, this is 12 years Scotch. Fuck that shit.
You gonna pour some out? This is for my homies.
No. Sorry.
If I remember the rest of it, I was saying it.
No, thank God you don't. That's a fuck.
Gangsta lean, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Gangsta lean. That.
You were overly exposed to gang activities back in the day through music.
Through R&B.
Yeah, we were. I'm telling you, man, there weren't too many R&B artists that I was felt safe around, like walking past in the nighttime. Like I thought Jodeci would just jack you up for no reason.
Jodeci?
Jodeci.
Yeah, you don't walk past crackheads.
Yeah. Well, were they crackheads the whole time though?
I mean maybe not Devontae, but
yeah.
Speaking of that, shout out to Mary J. Blige. She still look great.
And just turned 49.
And just turned fine at 49.
What? I'm sorry. Again, I can't hear you.
They keep showing pictures of her with like the boots with like her legs out. That's everybody keep posting like the same picture.
She's pretty.
Mm-hmm.
She holding it together.
And still doing that Mary dance.
That horrible dance that people keep stir up with. Hey, y'all, stop boosting Mary J. Blige up. She can't dance. It's not fair. Like,
but that's
never mind, I was about to say-
that's like the New York Harlem dance, though. That's what
No,
they
it's
do up
not.
there.
That doesn't count.
I'm just
though.
making up shit. I don't know.
Yeah, let's
No,
not.
I'm about
do
to
that.
say Tiana Taylor does that bad boy uptown Harlem dance real good. Like she kills it in her videos.
I'm fine
No,
with
she
Taylor
does.
Taylor doing it.
Yeah, me too.
Hmm.
I don't know if we're talking about dancing right now.
No, I'm not. Anyway, but you wanted to talk about. Let's go ahead and get into what we need to talk about. You want to talk about the Rooney Rule? Explain what the Rooney Rule is, and we can go ahead and go.
Oh, sorry, I had to cough. These allergies out you. So we decided over this past weekend with the great NFL playoff football that occurred, talk about the Rooney Rule. Because I have seen that a plethora of black coordinators and assistant coaches keep getting overlooked for these head coaching jobs that open up. But like special teams coaches, unproven college coaches who weren't even head coaches, that were coordinators, assistants, are getting pretty much like money thrown at them, while somebody like Eric, how you say his last name, Sosa? Bieniemy, who's the coordinator of the Kansas City Chiefs, like not even getting in the room to have these interviews. And if you watched yesterday, he put like a 50 spot on the Texans. 50 points is a lot in NFL. I hope people know that.
Let's go back.
He's offensive coordinator for them. Go ahead.
He's been. I didn't realize when the name had been coming up the last month, 2 months. I didn't. It's not a common name, but I didn't know who they were really talking about.
Yeah.
But in 88, 89, he was a Heisman Trophy winner.
Yeah.
And I remember watching that game that he won. What was it? Yeah, I think he won. They won the championship. It wasn't a championship back then.
Who said plethora? Sosa?
No, I didn't say shit. I can't say
plethora. You don't even know you used the word. You did.
No, I didn't. Anyway, sentence enhancers.
Bieniemy was a great running back, Heisman Trophy winner.
Cedric was
that year. They lost their quarterback to cancer.
Yeah.
So they dedicated that season to him, and they went. I don't remember if they won at all, but they went far.
Yeah.
But since then, I mean, he was a good player. He's a great fucking running back coach because he was Adrian Peterson's running back coach.
Mm-hmm.
And then, like, you just keep going down, looking at his resume. I'm like, how the fuck this dude hadn't got a job yet? Like, a head coaching job.
Mm-hmm.
And we're not talking about recently. We're talking about the last 5 years.
Yeah. Remember me and you were going through his all the coaching spots he's been and what he did the other night when we were watching the game. Like, he's been the running backs coach for Minnesota when AD was there. Like his rookie year. Sorry. His rookie year, to where he turned out to be one of the best running backs the league has seen. Like, he helped them become that.
And then, he's the offensive coordinator for Kansas City.
Putting up mad numbers.
Mahomes into something that nobody was like, yeah, he's just got a big arm.
Yeah, he's throwing the ball around like NFL blitz right now, fam.
Right.
Like, just whatever. But I forgot to say what the Rooney Rule is. But the Rooney Rule is a interview quota for ethnic and minority candidates. It's not a quota of like putting people in positions, but like if there is a head coaching spot or something dealing with, I guess, football operations in the front office, for any of those roles, they have to interview at least one minority candidate.
It's affirmative action, like.
Correct.
I was going to think that his one is whoa.
Yeah, at least. I forgot what team it was. Might have been Dallas. Yeah, well, I think it is Dallas, but hopefully I'm not wrong. They said that Dallas, Sosa, you're gonna laugh at this, interviewed Marvin Edwards for the head coaching spot.
Get the fuck out of here.
To fall into the Rooney Rule. Marvin Edwards, who pretty much, I mean, I like him as an assistant coach type person. Head coach is like, dog, you're pretty much like with a backbone, you're pretty much like
Amoeba.
What's their coach name? Who they just had? I forgot his name. He's that irrelevant.
Yeah, he's not relevant.
The Cowboys coach. He
was Green Bay's coach last year.
Oh, Mike McCarthy. No, I'm talking about who their coach. They just Jason Garrett. Sorry.
Yeah, I'm sorry. Yeah.
Yeah, pretty much doesn't win playoff games. a solid 8-8, 7-9, 9-7 person every year. That's pretty much what he has. But yet you interview him. Okay.
Spineless.
Yeah, he ain't spineless, but yeah. But what I'm just thinking, anybody in the chat or y'all, exactly.
What do you think it is? I mean, is it just they don't want to give black man that kind of power? Is it just
the owners'
reality, or
I don't remember.
Do you really think that there's a racial aspect to not giving a black man a head
baseball has had more black managers than football has had.
Baseball has had more black and Hispanic managers,
and baseball has less black players by far.
And I get the Hispanic part, but the black part, come on, man. Dusty Baker was like a successful man.
Think about Dusty, Ron Washington, Frank Robinson. I missed another people. Bobby,
Dusty Baker.
I'm missing a lot of people. I know some other people, but just think about that.
All right, let me ask y'all something. And I know y'all probably can't answer this because this is just like a huge type thing. So we've noticed over the past few years that the NFL has a huge racial issue.
Yeah.
Going back to Kaepernick and other players and dealing with the black coaches and black owners. What do you do? I mean, you can't make a law where you have to assign black coaches because then you give jobs that might not earn them.
I agree with that.
No,
I agree with that.
And that's the other thing. So let's just be clear real quick. I'm glad that Bieniemy wasn't hired for the Browns position because that's just a shit show, and he would have got most of the blame. They probably would have fired him 6 games into the fucking season because it's just a toxic area. But give him a chance somewhere and give a legit coach, a quality coach, a legit chance somewhere. And I'm sure they'll succeed. Like Art Shell didn't go through all of the shit that he went through with the Raiders for us not to have there's 4 minority coaches in the league right now.
Jeez.
0 GMs. They could be assertive.
Can she expound on that? Oh yeah, I agree.
I mean, yes, but they have to fucking meet us halfway too, and they're not. I heard somewhere this week. The owners like to hire people that look like them.
That's everywhere.
But I'm about to say that's everywhere. That's
everywhere.
That's just another office.
Right. If you're an owner of a restaurant, if you're owner of a Spanish restaurant, whatever, you want to hire people that look like you. But shit, man, you cutting people short.
I'm sorry. Maybe I look at it differently just because I grew up around a lot of diversity. I'm gonna hire any motherfucker that's gonna keep getting me paid and gonna get these W's. Period.
Color that matters.
Period.
But see,
it's not about friendship and all that shit. It's about you got to be successful.
Yeah, but then that's one of those things where, you say you want to hire anybody that gets you paid and keeps the business going. A black dude might give you wins, but he doesn't have the same relationship as these white dudes who've been in the same white club for years with these other people that might donate money and give money to the organization.
Yeah.
So when you start out, you might lose some money for a while, but it has to be made the norm to where it doesn't even matter as long as you're getting W's.
I think you can look at it on a macro scale too. Think about how think about how much the country is changing despite what people outside of America may think. America is getting browner by the minute despite what you see on news. The route that they're going is not the route I think the NFL is going. The route the NBA going is smart as hell.
They've always been progressive though.
They've always been progressive and they market their players the way they're supposed to towards the audience they know who are watching.
Right.
Baseball is doing a little bit better, but baseball is just not a lot of Americans are following as much as they used to anyway. Well, I just think the NFL is going to kill themselves if they don't do something because right now those stadiums are going to start filling up with people that ain't just white anymore, man.
Man, they're fucking having games in Mexico City.
Thank you. I'm like, but it feels like a reach because you barely even pay attention to black folks here. Am I right or wrong?
No, you're right. There's like 1%. There have been 1% of Hispanic players in the league. Everything else has been black. They've been like 5% white. The fuck, man. Pay attention. Y'all, the owners need to pay attention, and they're not. They're not going to. They got majority of the money. They don't have to.
There's nothing slowing down. There's no money slowing down. There's no
because they get the TV money. They don't think about that stadium money. They don't think about like apparel money. They think about that TV money. The thing is, like, if TV sees that other stuff is lacking, they're like, why are we handing you all this money?
Yeah, right.
I hope they know that can happen.
They don't give a fuck.
Until it starts coming out of their pocket.
And then we always gonna have some of us, whether you black or brown, that will go ahead and cross that line and go sit with boss and act like bro.
You just said Ray Lewis?
Ray Lewis? Floyd Mayweather?
Oh, yeah.
No, for real. I don't know.
No, I'm agreeing.
Mayweather gets a pass, but he keeps getting a pass. Like, all of them motherfuckers. Brian's right, man. It's just that crab in a barrel mentality. And I promise you, we got it too. I guarantee you, we got it too.
Who's we? Is Hispanic?
Hispanic, Native American. Okay. Like you kind of with me, you gotta kind of we do both. I'm sorry. What did she say?
Too many people focus on their blackness and not their abilities and whatnot.
Look at the presidential candidates who just dropped out.
Oh, I mean, I always talk when I talk to my son. She's right. When I talk to my son, I say, and I take it to boxing. Do you want to be the best black boxer or do you want to be the best boxer?
Boxer.
Because Julio Cesar Chavez Jr. is the best Mexican boxer ever, but he's not the best boxer ever. There's a difference. Do you want to be just the best?
See, a lot of us just want to dominate whatever field we're in, whether it's a sport or whether it's an occupation. We get put in that box. Like I told you before, somebody asked, "Hey, Brian, why don't you be a cop? You'd be a good black cop."
See, that's bad. I can't stand that. Like, we hate labels, but we already label ourselves.
Black cop. I want to be a good cop. I don't want to be a cop.
Exactly.
But I'm saying if I was, I would just want to be a good cop. You know, and not putting my blackness to the side, but I'm black and I'm a cop. You know.
Yeah, you can occupy two spaces at once.
Thank you, Richard.
Yeah.
It's okay to be great and be black at the same time.
Right.
You can't just be the best, great, whatever. What the
fuck?
What do you, like? It's like to me, it's like limiting yourself.
Yeah, but it's just a habit. That's society, man.
No,
yeah. I mean, whatever you do, whether it's you, Sosa, or me, Rich, or Izzo, we're gonna be good black fill in the blank. Because giving us that blanket statement is too much power. You know,
I feel like it's limiting, to be honest with you.
I mean, and we're not trying to limit ourselves, we're limited.
I'll compete with anybody. I give a fuck about your race because I'm trying to make money at the end of the day. I'm not just trying to make the most money for a Paraguayan. I'm trying to make the most money for because we don't have a big community. So I'm just trying to make money, period.
You're the first Paraguayan I ever met.
See,
I had to go, where is that?
We don't have a big community.
You niggas didn't pay attention in geographic class.
Man,
they didn't try to teach us anything outside of Europe. That's what.
Yeah,
he also said geographic class.
Yeah, you didn't pay attention to
You didn't pay attention to your class.
I've been watching that Letterkenny show too much. They mispronounce all those words.
College graduate.
Geographic class.
Geography.
You never took South Carolina geography.
No, I'm sorry.
Richard, remember that.
But the AC's mathematics.
The only reason I knew anything about South Carolina prior to coming here, they said something about Myrtle Beach on Everybody Loves Raymond.
Dirty Myrtle.
That's it. That's the only reason I knew anything about South Carolina.
God, I hate that beach.
Other than it was a white dude wearing Gamecock hats.
I don't like it either.
God, I hate that.
And the girls who wear the shorts with cocks on the back.
What? We didn't have those in the 90s.
Oh, you mean the word? Oh,
yeah. There was That was a thing.
That was a thing when we were at USC.
Wait, is that still a thing?
I don't know.
They don't have those hats.
That may be considered problematic.
Earl Campbell got those Ray Charles glasses on, like he blind or something. I know he ain't. Oh, sorry, I was looking at the stuff. Earl Campbell.
Poor Earl Campbell. He ain't even standing
His knees are messed up. He's sitting up there right now.
It's still almost taller than everybody on stage.
Wow, they got Red Grange's cousin up here. Red Grange.
I feel special because they have Jim Thorpe's granddaughter up there.
I see that.
Jim Brown. Nobody's wife right now.
I'm not big on Jim Brown because I
don't know. We are still kind of half-ass watching the
game, but yet have a serious conversation. Told you, Jason, we could do this.
He didn't believe you guys.
Anyway,
Herschel.
I feel like diversity in the NFL will never be what it should be.
Mm-hmm.
And let's just take it to the players. Lamar Jackson just had a great regular season. He had one bad game, and they're like, you should go back to being running back.
And it wasn't really, if you look at it, wasn't really that bad. It was just
because he's a black quarterback.
Yeah, they're ethering him.
Like,
and yet they tried to cover up for Brady all year when he was honestly like probably in the bottom 10 of QBs this year.
White privilege is getting your dick sucked everywhere.
Oh, whoa.
Sorry.
So anybody that came in and heard that,
I had to look at my camera like
right now.
Ain't nobody listen. We ain't gonna hear none of this shit till tomorrow because they watching the motherfucking game.
That's what I'm doing.
Oh, wait. I'm sorry. Hey, Aunt Ronnie.
Who? Aunt Ronnie. Hey, Aunt Ronnie.
Yeah.
Disregard. I'm drunk. I'm a
Christian. Yeah, blame it on that. Man.
But there has to be a solution. The only thing, you know, my go-to anytime, and it's just too ingrained as far as something negative in it, just burn it down and start over.
Yes, we're well aware of that.
Burn it the hell down and start over.
Give me an example.
The government.
Dude, come on, man. No, give me a legit example where we had something that was so ingrained that we had to burn it down and start over.
We hadn't done it yet.
Exactly.
That's my solution.
Because what happens? Your perception changes. We went from marijuana is a gateway drug that makes these white kids do crazy shit to the stoner community, they fuck everybody and everything. To
you mean how they demonize black men with weed? That what you're talking about? Yeah. That's where that came from. Why weed is illegal.
Illinois just became January 1st. Illinois just became the fourth state maybe legalized recreational marijuana.
Bruh, they made $2 billion in like a week
in 2020. So let's take that back 20 years. 1990. What the fuck was going on with weed back then? Just like High Times was an underground magazine.
Yeah.
It's not an underground magazine no more. That shit is mainstream in 20 years.
Mm-hmm.
So my thing is, you say we got to burn shit down, start over. No, the perception has to change. Period.
No, I was going to say there's nothing. There's no way you can burn an entire system down. I think it's going to come back in the way that you think.
Drag queens drag queens was frowned upon. Then all of a sudden, RuPaul has his show.
What's up, man? What's up, Ree?
And then now, I mean, it's not taboo to say, trans this, trans that. I mean, it's not even a movement no more. It's just okay.
Yeah, it's a thing.
You're a part of our society, regardless, and it's open, and we're good. The perception has to change. Period. Hey, look at you!
I can buy my shit at the store now. Did I miss what happened? Wait, what happened?
We're in the Bible Belt, man.
I got you.
Yeah. She in Canada. That shit been legal in Canada for 20 years.
Actually, I think Vancouver was actually the first.
I need to get on Facebook.
First place to be legal.
Yeah.
But no, for real. I mean, the perception in general has to change. I don't know. How do you change it? Persistence, I guess. I don't know.
Persistence and exposure.
Sensitivity classes.
Nah,
That shit don't work. I'm still a dickhead.
Nah, I'm gonna be honest. It is literally the only way to do it is you have to expose people to like these different ideas. Because what happens is that we've put people in boxes, and once you do that over and over and over again, then you just have these little silos where everybody's just in an echo chamber of thought.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know what that means, but
all right. So pretty much, all right. Think about Facebook, right? Remember, like right at the start of the election season, or right when Trump got elected, people were like blocking folks on Facebook, because it's like they didn't want to talk to people, but at the same time, you have no variance of thought, so all you see is the stuff that you agree with. So it's just consistently just an echo chamber of like, it's an echo chamber. It's confirmation bias. It's all these things where it's just, you keep hearing the same thing over and over again. So your thoughts never expand.
Richard, I never understood that because I kept the people who talked about Trump or anything I disagree with because I want to know who was against me. I don't want to block you. Tell me what you think of me.
Right. And that's exactly how I felt too. It's like, I'd rather know what you actually think than just being like, well, whatever.
Yeah, that's what I was trying to read. Thank you.
So anyway.
Oh, so they was the gangster.
I understand what you're saying. Rich, you're saying that when there's something that may be split down the middle, we have a tendency of blocking anybody who might not agree with that. And we stay comfortable with the people who think like us.
Right.
Nothing changes like that.
No,
that's correct.
You learn.
But you can't force people to listen to the other side.
You can't.
Correct.
But there has to be a way to start a dialogue.
But a half of it is, in all honesty, it's just exposure. It's literally, if you start putting people who think differently in the same area, at some point they're going to cross paths. You just have to deal with them. Then it goes from dealing with them to interacting to then embracing.
Can I ask this question to not bring it back to football, to just talk about football, because I like what we're talking about. Do you think we're on the cusp of them taking black quarterbacks seriously and black coaches seriously? Because they've been successful.
Not black coaches. No, but you're successful. Bieniemy's successful because Andy Reid is the head coach.
Oh, they think it's Andy Reid?
See?
But they forgot Andy Reid's track record so quick when they were tearing him down.
Izzo, they will never give you the credit until you get put in that position.
Andy Reid still ain't got a title.
It doesn't matter. He's the reason.
Oh no, I'm with you. I'm just playing devil's advocate.
No, I get you. But he's the reason. Have you heard Eric Bieniemy's name out of anybody?
I heard him last year too.
Other than us, though.
Oh yeah.
You keep hearing when the Chiefs lost last year, it was because Andy Reid didn't have a game plan. When they won, it's because Andy Reid is a great coach. You know what I mean? They don't give that. When Michael Singletary was fucking San Francisco 49ers coach, he's too rough. He's too hard. We got to fire him. He's a fucking great coach.
Yeah.
Y'all just had some pussy ass players.
Yeah. Even like Vernon Davis even said, like, when he took his ass out that game, made him sit the hell out.
Exactly.
Like, he said that changed his life. He said he needed somebody to tell him that. He was feeling himself too much. That's what he needed. But he said he might have cried him and pissed. He said that's what he needed in life.
Mike Singletary should have. If Bieniemy should get a chance, Singletary, who was a head coach in the league, should get another chance.
Yeah.
But whatever. What the fuck do I know?
Yeah.
You're the wino?
Yeah, I'm a wino too, but no. Wino and popcorn.
I don't know what that means.
No idea.
All right. Sound like bad breath. That's all I know.
No, I mean, it's Scotch breath. It's not bad.
I just saw pop up on my timeline that Cardi B wants to be a politician now.
Nah, we cool.
You know what?
No, we good.
Oh, we gonna skip this part?
Yes.
No.
She's actually smarter than what you think.
No. She's got street sense. There's no doubt about that.
The same way y'all say we got to support black this and that, I have to support her.
You don't have
think
to.
of where she came from. She came. Hey,
man.
Write her shit. She's not an MC. She's an entertainer.
So
but where she came from, I mean, she's got too many red flags for her to be a politician, drugging people and shit. But
hey man, look at where we are right now. They done open the floodgates.
So let me say this: I agree with when Rich says we don't have to support every black-owned business. We have to support the quality black-owned business.
Right.
We're not there yet. We don't have that. We have to just support. Okay, get out there. Okay, fuck. We'll figure out the quality later. That's just a fact for us.
Right.
Because we're still, when you think a Spanish name other than Cruz and Rubio, bitch ass, you think immigrant or you think sons of immigrant. You don't think, quality. You don't think that yet.
That takes time, though, man.
Right.
That also, there's I'm reading, what's the name of that book? Outliers by Malcolm Gladwell, and it kind of goes.
Oh, I've been wanting to read that.
It's actually here. I don't want to the premise of the book basically is we think about Outliers as the rags to riches story, but it's all bullshit pretty much.
Mm-hmm.
It's a culmination of all of their circumstances that led them to become that. So it's not saying that these people aren't talented, but it's saying that it's not just the fact that they are some sort of phenom. They were people who had just a little bit of extra something, and then all of their circumstances, whether it be their family, their opportunities as far as education, them being in the right place at the right time, them having this right coaching, all of those things together got them to where they are. It's not like these people just woke up and hey, I'm a millionaire. That's not how that worked. It's the example was in the book was Bill Gates and how people think he's some rags to riches story, but Bill Gates' dad was a lawyer. The school that he was at had one of the first computers that had a compiler in it. He was able to do thousands of hours of coding for free. It's all of these things compounded together.
All those luxuries, us damn minorities.
That's
it's not. So it's not.
I know it's not about that, but I just think about that.
But it is in part, and it's also. But it's saying how it's not like people get to a certain point by just getting there. So to Sosa's point, what I was getting to is that there's talk about a Jewish lawyer. And how when Jews came to America, they were all just practically just tailors. And now it's you fast forward some years later, now they're lawyers and doctors, and half of it is
they own the rap game.
Well, half of it is because half of it is because of work ethic.
Works for YouTube now.
Yeah, it's all of the thing. It's the things about work ethic. It's about them taking the jobs that people didn't want. It's all of these things you compounded together, and you fast forward that a couple of generations, and look where we are. So it's these outliers and how we look at it. It's all based on just a series of circumstances when you were born, even to the point of when it says when you were born.
That is true.
It's they said it was funny because all of the tech billionaires were all born in between 1953 and 1955. Because they were right at the same. They were right at the period of where they could actually use the computer technology and be on the ground floor. Whereas if you were born before that, you were too old and you didn't care. You were born too young. It's you didn't have an understanding of how to do it.
We was so poor we didn't know what the fuck. We was too poor to have a typewriter. So we damn sure didn't know what the fuck a computer was.
Sorry. I'm looking at this. They're going to call face mask on LSU while the dude's getting mortally held in the process.
Yeah, sometimes it's going to be like that.
Sorry.
They're still trying.
So are you saying, so is the premise of so is that manifest destiny?
No, it's basically.
That's what it sounds like.
Well, no. It's pretty much saying it. Well, in a sense, it's pretty much saying how, you know, all of these circumstances, like your Bill Gates, anyone who's pretty much become like a statistical outlier, pretty much it's because of a matter of circumstance and essentially luck. And when I say circumstance, it's also it's circumstance, it's luck, it's preparation, it's all of the things you compound all these things together into these circumstances that make them into who they are. It's not like one of the examples they talk about is what is it? It's essentially, you know, the 10,000 hour rule. Are you familiar with that at all?
I have no idea what you're saying.
10,000 hour rule basically is saying, like, in order to master anything, you have to put in at least 10,000 hours.
Oh, I've heard Kevin Durant talk about that.
I can't use none of those skills.
Well, see, but that's the thing. It's like, you know, most of these people who have mastered something have put in 10,000 hours. Like anyone who's played some sort of sport, more than likely, like the ones who are like great, it's 10,000 hours. An example, it was like also saying how, you know, we talk about compounding circumstances. They were using like and I know we got
that's a touchdown.
We were talking about they were talking about hockey, and one of the cutoff dates for children entering into one of the leagues was like January. So because of that cutoff date, essentially those kids were bigger. So because they're bigger, their coaches coach them more, which then translates into them being better players, which then translates into them being, you know, your top performers inside of their league, which then as they get older, they got better coaching, better training, and then they become these superstar athletes.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like, that's what I'm saying. It's not really saying like manifest destiny entirely, but it is in part like, yeah, pretty much. It's like
it's pretty close to it.
Yeah, it's like everything matters. Whether it be like your family situation, who you grew up with, all the things in your surroundings, all of that. It's not like when you look at a person who's an outlier, you can just be like, oh well, they did this one thing and that's what made them different.
You just described JFK.
Huh?
So JFK white, but he was Catholic.
Mm-hmm.
They didn't want no fucking Catholic president because they think, oh, he would answer to the Pope. So let's take it back. Joe Kennedy was a bootlegger.
Yeah. See, there you go.
Mafia things. Mm-hmm. You know, like, okay, so we're in the Depression. I mean, yeah, we're in the Depression. We got Prohibition.
That's correct.
So you some liquor here. So you some liquor here. So he talked to the New York family. He talked to Capone.
There you go. That's
and that was the connection.
Mm-hmm.
So now, hey, Sam Giancana, hey, help me get votes in Illinois for fucking my son.
Right.
Hey, I got you. Blah, blah, blah. So it's all connected.
Right. It's not just
so still you know too much.
Dog, I was about to say that.
No. I mean, but he's right. It's pretty much like when you look at anyone who's gotten into these like extreme, you know, positions of being an outlier. It's like, it's not just, oh well, I did this one thing and I'm good. It's like like Sosa was saying, everything in the background also factors into it.
It's not just luck. It's
and luck is a small part. Like
it's a small part because
I mean,
you have to do something.
All the pieces have to.
Everything else.
JFK didn't have to do shit, but go to the fucking Navy, go to fucking school. Okay, now you do what Daddy says. That's all he had to do. He was given the presidency. Now, if my kids were fucking smart, they would have been like, you know what? Daddy know what he's talking about. Let me do what Daddy said.
He said if my kids were smart.
No, my kids, hey, they don't want to go with the fucking. I'll do everything Joe Kennedy did. I'm saying it on the fucking screen. I don't give a fuck. I'll do anything Joe Kennedy did for my kids to be that successful. Because fuck my life. I fucked up way back then. It doesn't matter. I had my chance to be great and I fucked that up. Now it's my kid's chance. But Joe Kennedy did what Rich is saying. Because it's not just luck. It's circumstances. It's the family factors. It's what the father did to make those factors valid.
That's pretty much that's pretty much like the entire book, and like it sets it up in like the first 2 chapters, and then the rest of the book is just giving you examples, and it's like, huh.
Shit.
Right.
I'll read that shit though.
I mean, it's honestly a solid read, man. But it's like, you know, but you're listening to it, you're like, geez, man. It's like you would think that it's like these people just kind of like rolled out of bed and just became who they were. It's like,
I hate the memes where this garage is where Bill Gates did Microsoft. That's
right.
What happened.
The Kardashians did
it. Who fucking had money? Get the fuck out.
Right.
I think the only person I'm sorry, hold on. The only person who I think is just a self-made person who came from absolutely nothing, no background, no anything, is probably Oprah.
And even then, but Brian,
there were no pieces. There were no pieces.
No, there always are pieces. There is something. See, the thing is, there is something about her that she learned through her family that translated into that kind of work ethic. It's not saying that
work. That's what she learned.
But that doesn't change anything. That still means that is a circumstance. Because what if she was a person who didn't have that same family work ethic? Then at that point, then it's like, well, she wouldn't be who she was. Nope. It's not saying, it's not discounting her. It's just saying that there are a lot of other pieces that help put this puzzle together. It's not like it's not like someone literally just put like a board in the middle of like in the middle of a set of planks and was like, boom, that's the last piece. It's like a jigsaw puzzle, and all of those pieces just happen to line up, and that is what got us to where you have this. It's like almost like every person who's a success story is a 1,000-piece puzzle. Just all 1,000 pieces just happen to come together to be that.
Let's make it simpler. Pippen. Let's say
Scotty.
Pippen didn't make it.
Scotty.
Let's say he didn't get a 7-inch fucking growth spurt.
Mm-hmm.
He would have been Pippen.
Right.
He got the 7-inch growth spurt, but never had Michael Jordan as a fucking teammate.
Right.
He never would have been Scottie Pippen.
You're right.
That's what I'm. So that's exactly what I'm saying.
Well, that's the same thing with Rodman, because Rodman had a whole foot growth spurt after 21.
So what Rich is saying is there's pieces to this, the whole puzzle, and it's just okay. Work ethic.
That was a dumbass play call. Sorry.
Yeah, it was. It's
3rd and 2, 5 wide. Fuck out of here.
Hey, Rich, I want to read that book.
Yeah, man, it's a good read, man. Like it's a really good read.
LSU.
Like, so Taylor Swift is on a commercial right now. She wouldn't have been who she was if Kanye West wouldn't have shut the fuck up.
I agree with that.
Circumstance.
You can say all you want about her music. If that motherfucker wouldn't have said shit, if he would have shut the fuck up.
So what you saying is we would not know who the Kardashians is if Ray J didn't make that tape.
No.
Actually, you make a valid point there.
OJ would have put his ass in the house and wouldn't have killed a white bitch.
Oops.
I don't even know what happened.
Come on, OJ stayed in the house and didn't kill his wife. I said wife.
Oh yeah, we wouldn't have known Kardashian because he was one of the lawyers. You got a point there too. OJ caused all this shit.
No, you're not being edited. No, you say whatever you want to.
OJ caused all this. That's what y'all telling me?
OJ caused.
Yes, OJ.
OJ
did it.
Orenthal James.
And Chris Rock said it best. He said, "I'm not saying it was okay to kill her, but I understand."
I do remember that.
Remember Chris Rock?
Chris Rock was terrible for that one.
He was terrible, but
he was terrible for that. Which special was that? Was that big? That wasn't Bigger and Blacker, was it?
It's Bigger and Blacker. Wasn't Bring the Pain?
No.
Oh, Never Scared.
Never Scared. It was one of those 3, but I mean, it's easy to figure out.
All of them funny, personally.
I actually have Bigger and Blacker. I haven't watched it.
I remember the album.
I actually hate all those no limit graphics that he used.
Oh yes,
for that was genius to make you
No,
remember that
it
time.
was fucking stupid.
It was genius to make you remember that time. No, you remember like, oh yeah, that was that time.
Hey, Mike Jones, yeah.
Oh, Mike Jones came and went like the
Hey,
breeze.
but people remember his name because anyway, the thing with I don't like to talk about the OJ shit because that divided us when it should have been more domestic violence than race, but nobody gives a fuck about that.
Real quick, do you think the majority, Caucasian people, understood why we reacted that way? Do you think people understood why we reacted that way?
When?
No.
When where black people were like, excited that he was found not guilty.
They don't understand.
It wasn't even about facts and what happened. It was more so like, I mean, y'all don't even have to explain it. Y'all know what it was about. But
because they reversed it. When that happened, we as a nation reversed it. White folk were like, yo, this has got nothing to do with race. This has got something to do with domestic violence. Where we was like, fuck that. Purple person of color got off.
Yeah, when that never happens. Even if all the facts go in our favor, it's kind of like,
this motherfucker was guilty as fuck.
Yeah, he was.
So it was in that situation, everything was reversed.
I think with anything dealing with people of color and major situations like the OJ thing,
and mind you,
people on the other side tend to not read shit on purpose.
No,
just stick with this.
And mind you,
I'm just saying, just so they can stick with this belief that they have and not have to question anything. They go at these facts or these ideas that they hear and run with it. Like I mentioned Kaepernick earlier. I don't know how many times I had to tell people that his kneeling had nothing to do with a flag.
Yo, I can't. I'm tired of
it. Because it was easier to say he was protesting the flag in America, that's what people went with. Because any other reason, they would have had to read and do research on the situation and why he was doing what he did.
Yeah.
So people tend to take the easy way out with shit like that. And that was just
mind you, this just like in sports, that was a makeup call. If you think about it, that was a makeup call. That was like, you know what? I missed that foul. I'm gonna call this foul. Because 5 years prior to that, they missed the Rodney King shit. It was like, we're not gonna have another riot. We're just gonna let this motherfucker get off.
And see, with the Rodney King thing, okay, so it was all horrible when he got beat. But then when he got stopped for speeding a few years later, it was like he deserved that beating the first time.
But he was just speeding, something everybody does.
I mean,
yeah, automatically he was the bad guy all over again. So
you just can't help stupid. He should have took that $3 million and went and left his environment and grown and whatever the fuck. But when I think what you said, you was doing 108 in a Hyundai. You needed your ass whooped.
You ain't lying, because that Hyundai could have fell apart. This is Hyundais from the early 90s.
Yeah, the early 90s, yeah.
We ain't talking about the Hyundais now.
That's a whole different car.
We might have been saving your life.
80s Hyundai. What the fuck you doing? You be doing 100 miles an hour.
That thing might have disintegrated. Might have just been chair.
You should ask the guy, was I going downhill? You sure that was a straight flat road? I don't think it was a flat road. It's impossible for me to go ahead in a Hyundai.
Those people didn't know what to say back then.
Man, he would have stopped. It looked like
Coney's.
It looked like one of the Looney Tunes things.
Yeah.
I wish there was a way for everybody to have an experience with diversity, but they have to be open-minded. And there's
that's the problem. That's problem one right there.
I like the guy. I can honestly say I like the guy, but he's a Trump supporter, and I can't understand why. He's comfortable around us. He's comfortable around people of color. I've seen him with his white friends. I'm like, what the fuck is wrong with you? You're autistic, huh? Like,
no, you can't.
I can't say that. I'm sorry.
That's it.
I had to look down. Nope.
I can't say retarded no more either.
To necessarily express the views of Sosa. Had to give a thing there. Yeah, you just gotta ask him. You asked him?
I have asked him, and I don't.
What did you said?
Like, he for whatever he hates Obama. He hates the Democratic Party.
What are their reasoning when they hate the Democratic Party? They say they raise taxes or something.
I have no idea.
Because they both raise taxes. I hate that one.
Military than I am. So
say again.
He's a lesser rank in the military than I am. Mm-hmm. So he's paying more taxes than me. I don't fucking know. But it's just when Brian says something about ingrained, I don't. At some point, that whole ingrained shit, it's just an excuse.
It's easy. It's easy. It's going downhill.
Excuses are easy. Yeah, excuses are easy.
But there's a lot of things ingrained in us that we don't notice. Go ahead.
He let that trader be traded with,
She made a good point. Put what she just put up. Learn a language. That's a good one.
Yeah, I wish you could say, because those same people that won't want to learn a language, they'd be like, why do I have to press 2 to hear the fucking operator? Bitch, it's just pressing 2. These motherfuckers come over here because they can't afford fucking school in their native language, in their native fucking
America's #1.
I can't understand.
America has the potential to be #1, but we hold ourselves back with idiocracy.
Here's the thing we always have to remember.
Go ahead, Rick.
So here's the thing we always got to remember, talking about pressing #1. Everybody else in the world, when they dial your phone number, has to press 1 at the very beginning of it. So don't worry about it. It's fine.
No, I don't get that shit, because the same piece of shit people that's saying that shit will go to fucking Cabo, Cancun, or fucking Rio de Janeiro and be like, you speak English? No, motherfucker, you're here.
You know what, man? That is the one thing I've told my wife, is that before I travel anywhere internationally, I got to at least be able to know some of the language there.
Oh, I got a book for you.
There's no way that I'm gonna travel somewhere and be like, yeah, I'm just gonna be lost. Who speaks English here? Nah, man, I'm good.
Oh, he was talking to somebody there. Okay.
This is from 1993. Wow. I got this bitch in 1993 because I wanted to make sure motherfucker wasn't plotting on me when I was in the neighborhood. No, for real. This is I'll give you the when I hand it to you, Rich, you be like, yo, this was fucking published in when? No, for real. I'm being
the slang is even wrong in that.
92. 1992.
I was 9.
What
so
about?
Wow. You see him as a user.
I got that bitch in 1992. Hey, I'll give it to you, but
I appreciate that, man.
I've been wanting to learn different languages because
that thing got
ignorant because I didn't want motherfuckers pun on me. But as I got older, because I wanted to, I don't want to go to a fucking Japanese restaurant and be like, hey, give me the hibachi they got in fucking tuna. You know what I mean? Like,
right? No, I understand.
I want to be open, but you can't make people be open like that.
Right.
Use lingo, dear. I'll try that.
I took French because I didn't want to be in Spanish class with everybody else. I had no problem getting Spanish. It's just all the bad kids were in there.
Hey, man.
I'm being 1,000%
real. Because Brian be the one to be like, yeah, I don't want to go to Mexican class.
I did not say that. I never said that.
What did you say? You said close. You said it close.
Oh my god.
What?
No, for real, Brian.
Oh my god.
Hey, I don't speak Mexican, motherfuckers.
Oh my god.
I said no such thing. I took Spanish and I took French.
Brian, you wear Simply Southern shirts? Those shirts you get from like those little random stores that sell all that Clemson and Carolina apparel and Yeti cups.
Yo, Brian be like, "Hey, what part of Mexico is Paraguay in?"
Oh shit, is that a region?
Right? Is that a state?
Oh Lord,
open to all ethnicities and languages.
Miss Kelly, we appreciate you.
This is what makes America beautiful, man. And I don't think a lot of people, well, not a lot. There's a fair amount that don't understand that. Like, we're a country that's just, it's a melting pot. It's just so much. And what make it all dope is that we all like love each other culture and don't even notice much of our culture is just a mesh of everything.
Right.
A lot of people don't even know that. There really isn't anything that's quote unquote American. Like,
wait, she got a language business?
Yeah, she teaches languages.
Oh shoot! So we fell right into what she does.
Oh man,
okay. Good shit. Good shit.
But
I agree with Izzo, and I didn't realize this. I mean, I realized it.
Like, what things are we into that are quote unquote Native American? Like
peyote.
What? Peyote. Oh my god. I mean, maybe corn. I know this might sound very corny and maybe very surface. Corn. Like corn, but like other things. And I feel bad. Like, why isn't there more stuff that we know or should know?
Well, every farmer teach that to a successful farm learned farming from Native Americans.
When they set up,
a lot of the irrigation came from them, if I'm not mistaken.
Tobacco came from them.
Ah, see, there you go. So that's why I'm asking these questions, man.
No, listen, if y'all think about the United States school system, and I'm glad they showed Jim Thorpe's granddaughter because it was a big deal. Jim Thorpe went to Carlisle, which was an Indian school, where they used to send Indians to say, you know what, we're gonna take all of that shit and we're gonna make you white. If you speak your Indian language,
they send like the best representatives to go do that. Oh no, I hate that.
Because
I see what you're saying.
Because they were a lighter tone than black people.
Well, you playing a lot of the HBCUs back then did the same thing. If you look at those pictures, if you go look at some of those pictures like a Howard and places like that, there was the lightest of the lightest in a lot of those places. Of course, there was dark-skinned people, but a lot of people were the lightest of the lightest. Because that was that what is it? What did they say, like the top 10%? What did W.E. Du Bois call it?
The talented 10th.
Talented 10th. Yep, there you go.
Really? Yeah, there was a group like that in Columbia that I was looking at. Said something about this. I just was like, no.
I do remember you talking about that.
Yes,
I don't.
I can't do that.
Anyway, so the school system is not going to teach you shit to Native American. They're going to teach the same way they start African American history with slaves. They're going to start Native American history with Thanksgiving. Hey, they're great.
Yep.
They're going to call that helmet the helmet or lead with his head, I guess. And I don't like Clemson, but
it exists because of Quakers. I don't know that. I didn't know that.
Really? Oh, interesting.
Quakers? I thought we got rid of them.
You thought we got rid of them?
Is that?
Like, I'm ignoring Zozo. Back in the you could bargain a price. I agree. I hate when that makes sense. And voila.
Wow. I want to get to the point where I don't look at price tags no more.
I think that's the goal.
That is the goal.
I'm
always looking at them too.
I mean,
we talk about that the other night.
I get what Sosa saying. He's more like, it's not like, if you see one, it's like, whatever. It's not like you know how you know how now you kind of like, if you walk in the store, you look at a price tag and you basically like, do I need to Google this to see if I'm getting screwed?
No. I say that all the time. Oh my God,
now it's a process. You pull up to the grocery store, wherever you're going. You sit in the car, like shit. Why am I here? Then you check your account on the phone. and you try to make sure all the things that are pending when they're going to come out,
bruh.
Listen,
when your next check is.
No, you just praise that Thursday before you get paid on Friday. Then you can just splurge.
Some people go to IGA and some people go to Publix. That's all I'm saying.
I like Publix, man.
I love
I've
Publix.
never been in IGA,
but I might not be able to afford Publix someday. That's all I'm saying.
So
but
it's gonna be KJ's market for me.
Somebody asked LeBron.
Touchdown LSU.
Here we go. Marcus. Hey, somebody check on Marcus.
He ain't gonna pay us no attention. He ain't gonna let us troll him. What you about to say?
Asked LeBron his second year in the league, which he was what, 20? 19, 20?
Somewhere around there.
He said, "Do you check out price tags anymore?" He said, "Nope. I don't even look at a price tag anymore."
Right. I mean, it's not like you mean check it. It's just like I don't care.
The motherfucker got money. Hey, Nike just gave me this much, and the NBA gave me this much. I give a fuck about a price tag.
Hmm?
Yes,
yeah, we do have IGA.
Do not buy your meat at IGA.
Do not buy your meat at IGA. Thanks.
The KJ's market I just mentioned is an IGA, but it's a.
I remember Brian said, I think this was 2 years ago. Brian said, "Hey, they got a tent where they selling steaks for $2."
Is that Dollar Tree?
It was like 20 steaks for $10 or something like that outside. You know,
hey, what's that sign Dollar Tree used to have up for their steak in the window?
That's horse steak.
Oh,
You remember that?
I
Dollar Tree used to have that steak sign in the window.
Oh yeah, it'd be like have that frozen steak for $1.
I'm like, no.
Malaria.
Steakum's not even $1.
Right.
You getting a box of hot ass steaks for $20.
Steakums ain't nothing but like brown stuff when you cook it up and grease come out. That's it.
Man, that's got to be the roughest steak ever.
Struggles.
Dollar Tree ain't no fun. We got ribeyes for $1. Man,
that's what it was. That thing might have to be thin sliced. It costs more to cut that bitch than it is to meat.
I swear to God, me and Chicky went in. This shit was like that.
Dude, you cook that thing, man. That ain't about to do nothing.
That's potted meat.
It's
enough to be on the stick as a shish kebab.
Scream and your steak go, ah! And it's nothing. Bacon is a piece of bacon in my.
Oh my god. Beef bacon, that's what that was.
Beef bacon.
Shout out to Applewood Bacon.
Yeah. All right. Anybody have any shotgun topics they want to hit before we?
I got a question.
Uh-oh.
What we went? So why when vegans go vegan, do they still eat stuff that looks?
You about to talk about the Impossible Burger? I feel it.
Man, that Impossible Burger. Right.
You got to tell the story. It was funny as hell when you said it.
Oh my god! I can't tell you the phrase that I used at the time.
Oh, now he's censoring himself.
No, I don't remember. I don't remember.
Me and Brian do.
Me and my wife went to Burger King, and she's on I'm not going to eat meat, and I want to eat healthy, yada, yada. I'm like, give me the Whopper with fucking cheese.
And bacon, please.
And bacon. So we're riding, and she got her little Impossible Burger, and then people on the commercial are full of shit.
Yeah, they are after they ate it.
Unwraps the burger. We're in a Charger, so that means we got room.
A lot of space.
There's some space.
It's not a Nissan Sentra. We follow it.
And I'm like, what the fuck is that smell? I look over and she unwrapped. I was like, what the fuck? I rolled her in that baby. That shit stank. She takes 2 bites out of Impossible Burger. We are not defaming your character, Burger King, but the shit is trash.
Yeah, I was about to say they're gonna get on you like
that shit. And she
Oprah
said,
got.
And put it in the bag. I'm like, yo, ain't no fucking way. I understand the vegan standpoint, but there is a line. You say, why can't you eat a beef, but you can't eat a dog? The same way you can beat the fuck out of a man and not a woman. It's the same shit. It's a different concept, but I mean, it's the same shit. It's what? Where do you draw the line? You draw it right there. Draw it where the fuck you want to draw it. I'm not eating that Impossible Burger. I'm fucking fine. I'll eat Betsy the cow, but I'm not gonna eat Sparky the fucking dog.
I have not had the Impossible Burger, so
I don't plan on it.
I haven't eaten the Impossible Burger, but I have had the Beyond Meat burger, and it's actually pretty solid.
I've heard the Beyond Meat one is good.
But that's the one you buy yourself and cook
that.
yourself.
It's two different companies, but it's the same concept.
Yeah, same concept. Yeah, but I mean, but Sosa, to your point though, it's basically like this. It's like when you look at the nutritional value in both of those things, you're better off just eating the beef. You're better off.
Just limit your red meat intake.
They said the saturated fat in the Impossible Burger and the Beyond Meat is like
that's exactly right.
You might as well smoke crab.
Well, hey, this just came across my phone.
I wouldn't say that, but you know,
what? Yo, Joe Burrow just threw his 59th touchdown this year.
That's a bad dude, man. I don't know what the.
It just popped up on my phone all of a sudden.
I don't know what Ohio State was doing. I don't know why they didn't start him. The dude took a bet on himself and went to LSU,
and now about to get paid.
Yeah, that took a turn. I'm sorry.
That took a turn. But yeah, you were about to ask why vegans go vegan, but then want to eat stuff that looks like regular meat.
Oh yeah, y'all heard of that slutty vegan place in Atlanta?
But I get it because the whole animal. I don't get that. Thing, but they still miss. But you can't tell me tofu turkey tastes like butterball turkey. There's no fucking way.
I'm not big on turkey. Turkey dry.
I'm big on turkey.
Yeah, I'm not.
I'm big on stuffing.
Yes, big on that. Yes.
But I mean, there's some things. Damn, Trevor Lawrence is a badass too, though. I don't care. But
BoJack Horseman.
What?
One thing I don't understand about college football people, and I'll shut the fuck up the rest of the time. So people who watch college football, they'll be like, I watch it because they're not playing for money, blah, blah, blah. I was like,
oh, I never said no shit like that.
You're fucking stupid, first of all.
Because they
get paid. Something. Secondly, I watch the NFL because it's superior players.
Yeah, it is. It is.
Superior coaching. It's all around. It's just all around a better game because Pat Mahomes 3 years ago was a junior or senior at a bullshit college. Now he's the best player ever.
And on the opposite end, we've seen some amazing college players go to the NFL and get buried.
Hey, shit.
Right.
Yeah.
Tim Tebow, Eric Crouch didn't even exist.
RG3. I mean,
say the same person at the same time.
Y'all said RG3?
Yeah, they both did.
And they'd be like, well, they play for the passion of the game. No, the fuck they don't. They play to get paid when they get to the NFL. Stop being fucking stupid. I can't stand people who
now, there are some people that like grind it out and like they're classroom freaks and are very good, and that's how they got good. But I mean,
listen, the coach who I'm looking at him, the coach for LSU, he looks like he pounds Jack and Coke.
Oh my god!
Snacks the shit out of people and then goes coaches some kids.
What just happened?
I think it's just intercepted.
Wait, really?
Nope.
Oh shit! Yeah, I'm like about 10. Oh no, I see a flag. Of course.
I saw the flag, but I think they still called it interception.
Oh, I'm about to say ACC Network, man. They trying to get that shine.
Technology is great, but there's some things that just
no. They all look dejected. They look pissed.
No.
LSU coach to calm down for your heart attack.
Because I feel like they're always doing this in these games. Like what? What is it? I have it on mute, so
I don't see a reason.
It's just technology is great. Like
pass interference. Now you call it? Let's see.
Shit, we just had two. Well, it's going to be two major league teams.
Are you serious?
Wow.
You saw that? Please watch this shit. Nothing. Bullshit.
They were fucking walking in the park, you fucking
dick. That's that Ohio State thing to do. Put the ball on the ground, took 3 steps, and they's talking about it. It wasn't a catch.
Technology's great. I love the fact that we took major steps in the last 20 years. I would say 20 years.
Yeah, we have.
From fucking CDs to Blu-ray to 4K.
Well, think about it like this: when music became digital, man, it looked like music was just going to be like no way for them to make money. I mean, they're not making as much money as they did, but at least they monetized the streaming. Because I thought it was a free for all for a while.
I think right now where the whole music exchange is, that's where it's going to be for a while. Because I don't think there's anything else you can do.
Yeah,
no, not really.
And the exchange of music. So I think that's where it is. Like I thought it was done at CDs. Like how you get better than this?
Nah, vinyl. There's more vinyl being sold than CDs in the past 2 years.
Back with vinyl.
Yeah, vinyl's
picked
up.
The thing I don't like about the new vinyl, depending on what they printed on, it doesn't have the crackle.
Oh, and a lot of it, you got to think about it. There was things that was recorded digitally, they put on vinyl, so there really isn't a big difference too.
So it's not the material.
Because you got to think about it like this. A lot of those things weren't recorded analog, like that D'Angelo album. I mean, like black music wise, to say it like this, is one of the last things I know that was recorded analog.
Really?
The one where he was mumbling and me and Brian's like, I don't like this. Yeah, it was just like, I'm sorry. Like, oh, it's music. I was like, I get it, but I got to have some words there too, dog. I didn't grow up in the scatting days, dog.
But no, so Guardians of the Galaxy, that soundtrack, they have some great old school music that doesn't have no crackling.
Yeah, if you look on the album, it'll tell you if it came from digital, original, or analog. Normally, it'll tell you.
Okay.
Yeah,
I didn't know that.
Clips is done.
Yay!
I love the technology.
I ain't putting nothing past it yet. What's that?
I love the technology has come a long way, but there's some things I wish just leave it out.
I thought about something.
What? Porn?
This might sound no. Think about all the technology that's enhanced, even in cars and things like that. Why haven't they got windshield wipers better yet?
They do, motherfucker.
Not really.
Rain-X.
Rain-X been around forever. Though.
It has.
Have y'all been, that's like a hit the blunt. It hit me the other day. I'm like,
one of the things like
a lot of them still suck.
Hey, wait.
That's a long list of things that they could just forget about.
Yeah.
Izzo does not smoke.
I don't smoke.
I think they can.
Richard cried. But am I right or wrong?
No, I mean there's some things you think
you don't smoke, but that was some high ass shit you just said.
Yeah.
He did. Yeah.
I was thinking about a comment when y'all were talking about the music thing and talking about CDs. It's like, you know what? Tapes went from A side and B side, then you had CD to follow it up.
Oh shit! It's the blood.
So I promise you, anybody listening, I promise you, Richard and Izzo do not smoke.
No, I don't.
I'm in the military and I probably smoke before they do. But
dang, Brian, you must smoke. He didn't cover up for you.
I'm not covering up for Brian. Brian's on his own. Brian got a full head of hair. I don't give a fuck.
What? What very thing she thought about today?
Probably the CD thing.
The worst wipers. Have you ever been on the phone with somebody? You like, yo, what's that noise? Like, what's that noise? I'm like, yo,
you got a 2020, whatever. You got GPS, a backup camera, your seat warm. Thing drives itself, but
you can turn the knob to get gears, dog.
Oh my God, funny, man.
Go.
You can turn on your car, just have the keys in the pocket. Just gotta be in the vicinity.
Go get that Rain-X.
That is a very good point.
God, dog.
I'm sorry. Just
sound like your wipers crawling through glass. Like,
yeah, bro. Yeah, bro.
My God, that's hilarious.
So I'm like, what is that? I'm like, it sounds like a movie. Like, what's going on over there?
You go like seeing everything floating and flying and reading you your weather and shit. And there's some things you do and you be like, why am I still doing this?
That's like, man, I love Nike shoes, but Nike created this mesh shit. As soon as you walk outside, it's raining your whole foot wet.
Man. I ain't running in no Nike shoes.
Oh no, yeah, me and you talked about it the other day. Boy, that's a shin splint waiting to happen. You won't be able to walk good for a good 3 days.
Why am I still stabbing my food with a pitchfork to eat it?
What? It's a fork, motherfucker.
Improve it.
Oh, then that goes back to what fucking Izzo was saying in pregame with the fucking Asian dude on stand-up comedy. Put it in my mouth.
But you gotta give context for that shit.
Yeah. Jonathan didn't say that.
Y'all got. Hey, I'm drink, man. Just
random shit.
He's like, I'm done. F it.
We killing Rich over here. We killing Rich.
So yeah, Rich wasn't on. So the Asian comedian on stand-up comedy, I guess he was talking about the microwave.
He was just saying how everybody's lazy now. Americans are lazy. Like they want everything. They want everything now.
Okay. Give it to me now. Give it now.
You order your food, and DoorDash comes bringing your food, and they come in the house because they got a code, and they put your food down. You're like, no, feed me. Feed me. You said pay. I don't have to do anything else. Feed me.
While you playing?
I gotta watch that special.
Yeah, I gotta finish it.
But
anyway, I think we're done. Anybody got anything else?
I don't.
I think we can put 2 hours with the bullshit we've been talking.
Yeah, we about to hit 2 hours. So anyway, hit us up. We'll be here next Monday at 10 o'clock. I got some more topic to talk about. Of course, something's going to happen during the week.
I don't even know if I'm on Twitter. Am I on Twitter?
And they missed that field goal. Jack Wagons.
Yeah, all that bullshit.
But we'll see y'all next Monday, same time.
Hey,
we'll be right here. We'll get to know what
we're on here. We're on there.
Every time. We're on.
I thought we did. I'm sorry. I'm bad. Izzo said no, so fuck it.
Podcast, Spotify, Google Play Music, and SoundCloud. And of course, we leave the live videos up on YouTube. So hit us up, join us, add us, like us, befriend us, and we'll talk to you next week. Peace. Hold on.